All right, part 2 of my Lilith Chiron Selena series. This is going to be Lilith in Gemini and Cancer and possibly Leo. Hopefully I can fit it all into this video without it being too long. And so that is going to be houses 3, 4, and 5. Lilith in the 3rd house, 4th house, and 5th house. All right. So Lilith in Gemini or the 3rd house. It governs our communication and our expression. And so those with Lilith in the social butterfly Gemini may struggle with communication. They'll find themselves easily swayed and manipulated by others and feel like they don't understand why they do what they do. A lot of times they're really prone to self-destructive habits, and these things may surface when you least expect them because, it's Gemini. And they will feel stuck and they can't process or talk about what's going on, to the point where they almost will kind of shut down. It's really odd. But basically engaging in journaling and practicing how they communicate openly and honestly can help them kind of navigate through these challenges. These people can sometimes be habitual liars. Not saying that all of them will be, but they can sometimes be habitual liars. There's something about the mind that can just be very disturbing. They were usually bullied in their early school years, and that might have led to them having to change schools or, something of that nature where they were uprooted. And because of that, what I've noticed is they kind of, they usually have a gift when it comes to communication. They're good at writing and learning, but it also makes them super manipulative. And they might lie just for fun, or even if they don't have to. They might enjoy mind games and manipulation. A lot of times that stems from being over or understimulated, just not being challenged enough. But something about their voice can make them sound really, really scary when they want to be. They're extremely sneaky and might play dumb a lot just for fun. They might enjoy asking questions that they already know the answer to, just to see what the other person will say. A lot of times this aspect in particular indicates problems with your siblings. One of the siblings might be Lilith dominant. This person could be the black sheep out of the siblings or look completely different from the other siblings. They might have a sibling that they're constantly being compared to. And so that is why this placement shows up the way it does. So now Lilith in Cancer, Lilith in the 4th house. Now this is going to be Lilith in our foundation, in our roots, our family. So when Lilith goes into the home-bodied Cancer, it often signifies complicated family dynamics. Cancer is the mother of the zodiac. And so a lot of times what you'll see is that these toxic family dynamics have developed into a sense of stunted emotional maturity as an adult. This imbalance can swing in different ways, whether individuals experience a lot of codependent or conversely feel entirely unsupported by their family to expand beyond this placement. It's basically just crucial that they create a life that is completely self-sustained, detached from familial influences. So people with Lilith in the 4th house usually experience issues with their mother. The mother might have used them to manipulate their dad, or, as children, they're extremely loyal towards their mother, and then they might feel an extreme need to make their mother happy. The mother might have made them feel unloved at some point, so they do everything to make her love them. If they notice that their mother dislikes someone, They might be extra rude to that person to make their mother proud. The mother is usually someone with a Lilith personality. There is usually a lot of fighting and competition between the woman and their family. There's usually a lot of secrets within the family. And so, in worst case, even deaths. The parents usually don't get along and might use the Lilith child against each other. There is something about the heritage that might be disturbing. For example, they might have come from a known family that has a really, really bad reputation. The family usually has a lot of baggage. The parents might be from two totally, completely different cultures, which creates conflict within the family. These people can have a hard time creating a family on their own. And they can have a hard time moving out of their childhood home, even if it was abusive. When they get older, they will start to notice how manipulative their mother actually is. And they will still feel a strong, strong connection to her, though. These people can be very passive-aggressive, and since it's the house of Cancer in roots, they may end up being highly manipulative as well as a result of their surroundings. And so, next we have Lilith in Leo, or Lilith in the 5th house. My goodness. So now Lilith in Leo is your house of creativity. It's your self-expression. It is, the freedom-loving, need to be inspired artist. So individuals with Leo in this placement may struggle with insecurities surrounding their creative abilities and the value that they actually bring to the world to create. They often feel a desire to create, but fear the moment of sharing it with the world. Embracing their creativity without the fear of judgment, making their art even if it's perceived as bad, and remaining engaged with the things that help them feel passionate and playful is extremely important to overcome this placement. A lot of times you'll find that these people will usually have one child who's very Lilith dominant, and this child might become the black sheep of the family. If this person is not aware of this aspect and works hard to make a change, there's a possibility that they may even end up having a bad relationship with at least one of the children too. I've seen this placement in people who have a child to trap a man and it doesn't work. They end up blaming the child for ruining their life, and they might experience miscarriages or go through a lot of shmushmortions. There is also a possibility for women with these aspects to have a child who resembles the father a lot. And so Lilith in the 5th house indicates someone who loves attention from others, and they might enjoy partying, going to nightclubs, doing the damn thing. But sometimes they can care a little too much about having fun and being seen and ignore the important things in life. Neglect them, more or less. This can make them feel like they matured later than others because, their age. Another possibility is they didn't get a chance to act like a child in their actual childhood. So they get older and they become wild and try to take back their childhood. These people might have a dramatic style or color their hair red to be seen, like a poison dart frog. There's usually something with the hair that is very noticeable, and they might get a lot of attention for it. They might dream about fame and feel an intense need to be noticed and known. Other people can start to see this as attention-seeking and, frankly, kind of dramatic. But again, there's still aspects of this where, you can really utilize this in your favor if you just do it correctly. All right, come back for part 3 where I will go over Lilith and Virgo, Libra, and Scorpio. Love y'all.